What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of The Dig, a series dedicated to helping you improve profitability on your farm.
You know, it's no secret that commodity prices are a little lower than many of us would like right now, which can make it tough to invest in new equipment or extra inputs when margins are already a little thin. So we gotta find ways to make things work. And today, we're focusing on strategies that won't break the bank, but can still make a big difference on your bottom line.
We're talking about finding those hidden gems that can boost your yield without needing a gold mine to afford them.
Well, I'm Aaron, this is Colin.
Let's dig in. Part 1. Buried treasure.
First up, something that costs you absolutely nothing but a little bit of your time. Believe it or not, we're seeing some farmers leaving some serious money on the table by not getting this right.
Putting seed in your planter. I mean, that's pretty important.
That's a good recommendation, I guess, and yes, it's important, but that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, opening the valves on your fertilizer tanks. You have to do that.
Again, you know, good thought. I'll agree with you, but no.
Is it? No!
Whatever you're about to say, no.
Oh, but it's gotta be like something like tying your boots, right?
I'm talking about making sure you get the right planting depth.
I was totally gonna say that. That was gonna be what I was gonna say next.
Really?
Yeah. Guess we'll never know.
Anyways, like I was saying, checking your planting depth is something that doesn't cost you anything in terms of dollars. We started a new study this year called the Planter Settings Omission Study, where we look at different settings on the corn planter and how much effect they have on final yield. One treatment of this study looks at a shallow planting depth of 1 inch. And after the first year, the data is pretty daggone clear. We're leaving a lot of money on the table by not ensuring accurate planting depth across that planter. It comes out to a loss of a little over $51 an acre.
51 bucks? That's like a half a tank of fuel in my truck.
I know.
And it lines up with what we've seen in our past research. For corn, 2 inches seems to be that sweet spot, but remember, every field is different. You might need to go deeper to chase moisture or shallower in certain soils. Just like Goldilocks, it's gotta be just right.
Exactly, and for soybeans, we found about 1.5 inches seems to be ideal. We've all heard that you wanna see a few beans on top of the ground when you're out planting. That is not the case, right? Don't listen to that. A deeper planting depth helps with nodulation and keeps those roots in cooler, more consistent soil temperatures.
So as long as I check one row and set all the other ones to the same setting on my depth adjustment, I should be good to go, right? The answer is no! Like Aaron mentioned, you need to devote a little bit of time to make sure this is right. So what all does that entail, you might ask? We need to start by indexing each row of the planter. This is easily done by taking a 2x4 and sliding them under the gauge wheels, just like in the picture shown here. From there, just move the depth handle to where it gets tight, and then we know that that row unit is set at that 1.5 inch depth.
But a 2x4 is 2 inches, Colin. Actually, scratch that. Brain fart, 1.5 inches. Gotta keep me on my toes.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to. But be sure to do this for each row unit. This will ensure every row unit is set the same. Now, keep in mind that the depth adjustment settings may not be the same for each row, and that's okay. There may be some variability. Once you've got a baseline set, you can adjust accordingly to whatever planting depth you desire.
Don't forget to check that depth out in the field while making a pass at your normal planting speed too. And also keep in mind that freshly worked ground, it's gonna settle, maybe as much as a 1/2 inch after a good rain. Part 2.
Small change.
Big gains.
Next up, let's talk about talc replacement products. We've been testing these for a few years now, and the results are impressive. These products won't cost you much because you can reallocate the money spent on your current talc and graphite, and they're super easy to use. All you have to do is just throw them in the hopper with your seed.
Yep, no need for fancy in-furrow systems or anything like that. Our 2024 trials showed that these products consistently gave us a yield bump and a positive ROI in both corn and soybeans. Most of these were first-year products except for Stride Bio, which, looking at the data, is showing a pretty good ROI average after the first 2 years in testing.
We've even seen some new formulations of PFR proven products, like GrowPack AI, which is pretty exciting.
And don't forget about other PFR proven planter box additives. A lot of these are inoculants that you can add along with your existing talc or graphite for even more benefits.
It's like a 2-for-1 deal. Boost your yields and get those extra benefits from inoculants.
Part 3.
Boost your ROI.
All right, so last but not least, let's talk fungicide adjuvants. We've got 2 new PFR proven adjuvants for 2024, Full-Tech Adjuvant and Zion Silicon Gel. These bad boys gave us a fantastic ROI in both corn and soybeans.
What's really cool about these adjuvants is that they can actually increase effectiveness of your fungicide, even in years when disease pressure isn't that high and we don't see a big return from fungicide.
And we can't forget about our last
Right.
PFR proven product, NanoPro. Now this is categorized as an adjuvant, but it does something a little bit different from the other 2 we just talked about. So we wanted to kind of put it on its own. What it does is it actually uses nanotechnology to help carry nutrients and fungicides into the plant. It's been a consistent performer in our trials, boosting ROI on both fungicide and foliar applications. Also, keep in mind that NanoPro can be used with your more traditional adjuvants or surfactants that we use. You know, those kind of sticker spreader type products.
It's like giving your fungicide a turbo boost. Vroom, vroom.
Exactly, my friend. You're getting the most bang for your buck. All right, so let's recap. Our top 3 takeaways for maximizing your profits without spending a fortune. First, nail that planting depth. It's free and it can make a huge difference when it comes to yield.
And don't forget, we have a video out there on YouTube from Clayton Stofelbeam, our PFR agronomist, showing the ins and outs of how to index your planter.
Nope, that's a great call. Number 2, consider talc replacement products. They're a cost-effective way to boost your yields. And lastly, number 3, don't forget about fungicide adjuvants. They can significantly improve the effectiveness of your fungicide applications. We'll have a link in the description to that video that Colin was talking about with Clayton, and also we'll have a link to our website where you can check out all the studies we talked about today and a plethora of other studies. Let us know in the comments what you'll be doing this planting season to improve your ROI. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you get notified when we upload future videos. And with that, we'll see you again on another episode of
The Dig!
Part 1. Good work, dude.
3, 2, 1.
Part 1.
Hang on.
Good work, dude.
3, 2, 1.
Part 1.
3, 2, 1.
Buried
Part 1.
Dang
Buried.
it.
Oh my God. This isn't that hard.